Hello everyone! So today I have got a new book for us to read. This one is called Tidy and it's all about a badger who likes to tidy up the forest but takes it a little bit too far. So I hope you enjoy it. Okay. Deep in the forest lived a badger called Pete, who tidied and cleaned and kept everything neat. He tidied the flowers by checking each plant and snipping off any that didn't quite match. He tidied the fox by grooming his fur. He untangled each knot and each twig and each burr. He tidied the birds from the big to the small by brushing their beaks and then bathing them all. It's a very handy badger to have around, isn't he? He picked up stray sticks, he swept and he rubbed, he polished the rocks and he scoured and he scrubbed. And look, he's got a little hoover in the forest. Not sure he needs that there. So when a leaf fell, well, you ready? Look, and there's autumn time and all of the leaves are falling down, but we know from our learning that when the leaves fall down, they fall onto the ground and they get ready to grow again in the springtime. So if he cleans up all of the leaves, there'll be nothing new to grow. Pete tidied up, but he still wasn't happy. Now the trees looked bare and scrappy, and so to make it all look neat, Pete undertook a mighty feat. And he's standing on a big mountain of bin bags full of things from the forest. He dug up every single tree. Oh no, look, all of the animals haven't got anywhere to live now. They're all running away. But then it rained. There was a flood. There he is in his rubber dinghy, his umbrella. And afterwards, a lot of mud. Look, he's even trying to clean up all of the mud. Can't get the page, there we go. Pete called in the diggers, he called in the mixers, he called in the concrete, the rakers, the fixers. I wonder what he's going to do. Can't turn the page, hold on. There we go. No mud, no leaves, no mess, no trees. Perfectly tidy and perfectly neat. This forest is practically perfect, said Pete. I don't think you could call that a forest anymore. There's no trees, there's no bushes, there's no flowers, there's no animals. They've all left. All because Pete wants to keep it tidy. I'm hungry, he thought. I deserve a treat. So he hunted around for something to eat. But the beetles and worms that usually found were under the concrete deep in the ground. And you can see the worms' trails, but they can't get out of the mud because the concrete is on top. And so Pete decided to go home instead. If he couldn't have dinner, he'd go straight to bed. But when he arrived and took out his key, there wasn't a door where the door used to be. And he's just realised he's concreted up his door to get down into his tunnel, to his living room and his bedroom and his cleaning cupboard. Later that night, Pete tossed and turned. His belly was empty, it rumbled, it churned. As he lay in the mixer, wide, wide awake, he started to think, I have made a mistake. The very next morning when it got light, he set about trying to put everything right. There he is with his friends knocking down all of that concrete, getting rid of all of it. Then the animals came from the strong to the weak, and they lent him a paw or a claw or a beak. And they're planting some new trees, and they've all got price tags on, so you must have bought those trees from somewhere. They put everything back as it always had been, but maybe less ordered and not quite as clean. And Pete, well, he promised to tidy up less, but if he succeeded is anyone's guess. What a nice story. So he learnt his lesson. Actually, sometimes we need to just leave things how they are. We shouldn't pick and knock things down at all, should we? But I hope you enjoyed the story today, and I will see you very soon.